Welcome to the Peeew!
Welcome to the Peeew, where I'm unpacking a box of German candy that came from a pure, I think,
Kinder crap.
Risa Baxter in Gallatin?
Looks like it.
Gallatin, looks like Gallatin.
Tennessee?
Looks like Gallatin, smells like Gallatin. And there's gummy bears and, milk. Oh, I love milk bars. But my
Thanks,
favorite,
Risa.
my favorite thing in the box, though, is these. They're called Süßigkeiten Schleckenmüsseln. Now, it says sweet stories about Goethe's Blatt. That's meaning these are for little kids to be given while they're being read their bedtime stories. And if they behave while listening to their bedtime stories, they can eat one of these things. And
you can't even eat it though. It's plastic.
It's a shell, and inside the shell is nothing but a syrupy, gooey, sugary. Right? It's like it wreaks havoc on your teeth because it's like. Right? You can't bite into it. Don't even try to bite into it.
Well, you can't because it's covered with plastic.
It's for the shape.
Hard
It shapes the mouth of like a little kid, and it's like such a German thing. I can't explain why that is a German thing, but to give kids chocolate and sweets if they behave, and this is like the epitome of that. It's like this would never happen in America. You would never have this. They would be up in arms, like women's groups and children's.
But this reminds me of some American candy, like remember those watermelon sticks?
Yeah, Jolly Rancher.
Right, or Jolly Ranchers.
Yeah, but Jolly Ranchers aren't aimed at like 3 and 4 year olds. This is for like little kids who like, and they get a mouthful of sugar if they behave. It's like.
I actually like it.
I do too. But all of the studies.
I don't like the plastic though. I'd rather just put the thing.
About how fat we are in this country. All the studies show that it comes from what do you call it? Programming children at young age to associate some happiness and reward with sugar.
Alas. We've done that too. Well, we've associated happiness and reward with cocaine, and ecstasy and Special K.
Yeah, no, Kinder Chocolate. But thank you.
Kinder Chocolate, thank you.
So what are we going to talk? We're going to talk about
James is coming to town.
Coming down.
First Santa Claus was here, and now James.
James is coming to town. He sees you when you're.
He sees you when he's K-holing. He sees you when you're not.
We just called James to ask him a question, to ask him if he'd invited anybody to the party tomorrow night. And what happened?
He was indisposed.
What's that mean?
Busy. Then he was busy.
Did what?
Working on projects.
Like what?
Starts with a K.
And ends with a K. You don't act all holier than thou.
He was a little...
3 sheets to the wind or whatever.
I won't say he was under the weather. He didn't sound sick. He just seemed he seemed distracted.
Yes, he didn't know how to turn on Facebook.
Among other things.
So we're all excited. The party's tomorrow, and I guess
he shows up,
and we'll show. Well, he's World of Wonder is flying him out here, so I guess we'll show the invitation.
Yep.
Yeah, there it is.
There it goes.
And they are going to be filming scenes from Party Monster 2.
Now the question is, I thought Party Monster 2, now this is the shockumentary of Party Monster. I thought it was done because I had run into Bill Coleman, who is a music producer, who had told me that he was working on the music of it, and he had mentioned that he had seen me in several parts of it. So usually the music to a documentary or a movie doesn't get done till the very end.
Okay, they were finished and it was all edited and ready to be released. Then, Glory Days was released, and there's a whole backstory to that, like a whole drama behind that, because HBO funds a lot of the stuff that World of Wonder does, and they were funding Party Monster too. Because in exchange they get, what's it called, right of first...
Refusal?
No, it's the other one, where they get the first, they get to air it first after.
Oh, okay.
So, Ramon, when he finished Glory Days, which is basically a documentary, the same kind of documentary about me and my life, and
this Olympia is delicious.
Oh, it is delicious.
Thank you.
When he found out who the contact was at HBO, and he sent that guy a copy of Glory Days before Party Monster 2 was finished, because he wanted to show him, he wanted to invite him to the opening premiere.
Yeah, of course. Who wouldn't?
But actually, you know what happened. They watched the video and they called World Wonder and they said, why are we paying for a documentary that has basically just been made by somebody else? And they withdrew their money, which Ramon was shocked when that happened. And
Who would have thunk it?
Now they just put World of Wonder put Party Monster 2 kind of on a shelf.
On a hiatus, much like the Peew.
James said that they were waiting for one of us to overdose, and then they would release it, because then no matter how bad it was, it would be a hit. But instead, they decided to take the high road, and
James is on the high road right now,
and just make new footage to update it, because it's kind of dated right now, because the last footage was shot like a year and a half ago.
Right.
So, and there's nothing in there about outrage or any of the projects that are going on now. So they're coming now to film new footage and update Party Monster 2. So they'll be filming at Outrage tomorrow night.
Fun. That'll be nice seeing James. I'm gonna come for a little while.
How come? Pick up that $50.
No, I'm not just coming to get paid for last week.
Ernie's owed $50 because we gave away.
Well, I had my book party last week, and I gave away copies of the book.
Yes, and
Outrage graciously offered to
charge
pay me.
the club for it.
The club graciously offered to pay
He billed
$50 for the giveaway of 5
and
books.
then he had the nerve to go home early. And
I did not go home early. I went home at 3 a.m.
That's early.
Well, to you that's early, but to normal working people at Pizzagate, it's very late. It's the
normal working person.
No, I'm not.
And now a word from our sponsor.
Welcome back.
Welcome back to the Peeew, and we have this new magazine, 429. I don't know what that means, 429.
I don't either.
I keep thinking 9 to 5, but it's 49. This is the new Merishon magazine.
John Waters on the cover.
Yeah, and I love that because there's an article in there about me, and that means that John Waters will see the article about me. Whenever I'm on page 6, I always look at all the other people on page 6, because then I know that they're seeing me. So like if like Boy George and I don't know who else who was on page 6.
I don't know. I never read page 6.
Leona Hampley. I don't know. Is she alive? No. Boy George and RuPaul and Diane Brill.
I think they're all alive.
No. So who would be on page 6?
I don't know.
Okay, well, whoever they are. So
I don't
the
read
hot
it.
models. The hot models and the whoever. So I know that they're looking at me too. So anyway, there's this article about me, and
with a very good photograph.
Very
good lead photograph.
One of it, yeah.
And then Michael made one of his fashion faux pas.
Well, it wasn't a fashion faux pas. It was a pose faux pas. I shouldn't have been standing in the way.
No, I think whether you were standing or sitting, that shirt would not have flattered you. Basically, the secondary shot is a picture of Michael wearing his what's that? Is it the drug baby or the satanic baby?
It's a demon baby.
The demon baby, not hold on, Pizzagate people.
Yeah.
It's just the
Oh,
demon
I'm surprised
baby.
they didn't notice. They didn't say anything about that.
So he's wearing the Demon Baby shirt, and this is how you know he's not in league with Satan, because he looks terrible.
Yeah,
in
Satan
that
would have
shirt.
had to be
Right, because if you were in league with Satan, he would have actually looked good in the shirt.
The quality. This is a nice quality magazine, anyway.
Yeah, it is.
It's better
It
than
looks good.
that other magazine. What was it? Don't say it. I work there. Oh, here. It actually. Will they see it? I don't know. Is there a door on it? It looks kind of like a marble statue.
Yeah, I thought it was really good.
But now here's.
Didn't read the article though, because I'm not wearing my glasses.
People
today.
don't read articles. And here's the changing of the guard poster, and there's a look of outrage, and then oh my God, look at Freddie's, how young he is.
Yeah.
And then there is oh my God. Oh,
We have to show the picture of them.
we will not show that
It
picture.
proves that Michael is not in league with Satan.
Oh my. Well, okay. In my defense, and this is a very good defense, the day of this photo shoot, he showed up literally 10 minutes after I got in the phone call that Kyoki was in the hospital after having a heart attack. So you can see I'm crying there. And in fact, it was very mahogany. I was like, I don't know if I should do this. He's like, no, it's great. Yeah, think about Kyoki. Think about the hospital. And I'm like, and I'm crying. He's like, that's great. More emotion. And the scene in mahogany where she's like, and so you can see it there that I was, So I just found out about Kyoki, and also then I had been having a heated discussion with my boyfriend about having this photo shoot at the apartment, and so we were.
429, available at the fine newsstands that haven't gone extinct yet.
In fact, I think one of the gimmicks of this is that you have to get it on the newsstands. It's not, you can't see the whole thing.
Okay,
online.
well, fewer and fewer of
speaking
those every day.
online, I think we wanted to discuss the new social media pages.
Right, Outrage has a lot of new social media
Yes, we have
pages.
6. We're launching 6 new social media pages tomorrow. 2 of them were launched today. The Twitter page and the Instagram page, and it's good because remember when we were doing the Peew, we used to have social media for the Peew, and we should do that again, I think, but it's one of those things that fell by the wayside. But
Right, because we just didn't have a competent person, or like somebody, not
didn't have a team of
actually,
people.
not necessarily a competent person, but just like someone with the commitment to do it
Yes.
over and over every
and that's
day,
what
day
we have
after day.
with Outrage. We have all these kids who want to run the social media pages, and the great thing about it, I remember with the Peew, we had all these it was Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook, and they all had different handles. But with the Outrage thing, it's all it's all Outrage Party NYC, and for all 6 of them, it's the same handle. So we launched Twitter and Instagram today, and yeah, I think we should start social media for the Peew.
All right, I think.
If anybody out there
has any ideas for us, let us
or
know.
wants to help run a social media campaign for the, because I'd like to have an Instagram and a Facebook and a Twitter. I don't know why we don't.
Well, like we said, we couldn't find somebody that had the commitment to stick with it the whole time, and then we went on hiatus, so it kind of fell by the wayside.
I have a thing 1 and thing 2. Did you meet them at Outrage?
No.
They're these 2.
Maybe I'll meet them tomorrow when you give me my $50
They're
check.
these 2 cute new club kids. They're kind of like the It Twins, and they're like Muppets, and they're in charge of the social media for Outrage. Maybe we should put them in charge of this.
Okay, when I get my $50 check, I'll be happy to meet them.
Okay. So if anybody out there wants to help with social media, you just put it in the comments, and then we'll
See you next
we'll do
time.
it.
Bye.